Hey guys, and welcome to Sunday. It's a nice little image right here. Me wearing this new tie that Giselle just let me have. It's like, I can't really get it to show. There we go. Books, and then books back there. Awesome. Lovely.
The story behind the tie is that I had like a ton of guy friends throughout like high school and afterwards and stuff. And I would just give them all ties for everything, birthdays and Christmas and just randomly.
The generic present to give to guys, but more interesting because you.
I'd get them secondhand, and I would find like really interesting ones. Like
Yeah.
my friend.
Like this one. This really interesting one, but
Which I didn't end up giving away because I never felt like anyone deserved it.
I'm the only one that deserves this tie.
Yeah, I didn't know Kristen, but like my friend Logan, for some reason, I just started finding like Tabasco sauce ties, and so I gave him like 3 different Tabasco sauce ties.
My dad has one of those.
Like I found one time, I gave it to him. He had never even had Tabasco sauce, and then I regretted it. But then at that point, I kept seeing more, and so like I gave him like 3 of them, and I would just give him different random ties.
So random.
For different reasons, and like I think he had some Looney Tune ties, so I gave him like 1 or 2 of those at some point, and just etc. And they would like wear fun ties, and then sometimes they were just like ugly ties that I would give them as well, also just for fun. But that's why I had the tie to start with.
Yeah.
And I've given most of them away at this point because I haven't been buying them recently.
But this one was obviously meant for me.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect for me.
Like I literally bought that probably 3 years ago or more.
Yeah. So it ended up being perfect for me. So good job.
One time.
Preemptive thinking on your part.
Oh, just one more story. One time for my friend's birthday, when he turned 22, I think. When my friend turned 22, I got him 22 ties for his birthday. And I wrapped them all separately, and he had to open them each separately at midnight on his birthday. It was a very interesting experience. And I wrapped them while he was with me, but he wasn't allowed to see them, so he had to sit in the couch. And I was like at the table behind him, and I was like, "Don't turn around!" And I like sat there and wrapped all his ties while we watched a movie.
That's funny.
And then I made him open them all like 5 minutes later. It was interesting. I think we were watching Disney movies.
Speaking of Disney movies, Giselle has been. I don't know how this conversation started, but I guess you were just looking on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
She follows a lot of cosplayers on Instagram.
Disney cosplayers.
Disney cosplayers, like people who like professionally cosplay. For the most part, they just do it. That's just their life. And so she's like showing me a bunch of cosplays of people. You can't really see that at all.
Yeah.
There
I can
Yeah.
show you. This one is like Jane and Tarzan. And I think it's wonderful. Like, what a good cosplay. And photo shoot. Like, I love it.
Yeah, people go all out with that kind of stuff. I do like the crossover ones because she was showing me like Disney steampunk characters. I like those kind of crossovers where you like see, especially the steampunk ones because that's like seems to be people's favorites. Is when they really go out with turning a character into steampunk, but it's really interesting.
And I don't really love Frozen that much, but like, look how much she looks like her. Like, that is just crazy. Like, how can you look that much like a character? It's because her eyes are ginormous. Anyway, that, by the way, is Joanna Lindbert, in case you're interested.
So we left church a little bit early because Giselle is really not feeling well, and we just didn't want to stay for we didn't want to stay for choir because Giselle just can't sing. So
yeah, I have a stomachache, so
yeah.
I knew I wouldn't be able to sit in class anyway.
Yeah, so I'm gonna eat some lunch.
And I'm gonna do an outfit of the day.
Outfit of the day.
Which is this black shirt that has like this like lace design on the front and has like gold buttons on the cuffs, and then my maroon skirt, which is very
long and flowy.
Yeah, it's meant to go over a hoop skirt, so it's like really, really huge. It's my hoop skirt, but I like wearing it.
Hoop skirt.
Because it's like very fun and flowy. I made this when I was 14, and it was an interesting experience because it's so slippery that it was so hard to like actually sew it all into it. And it just has hooks and eyes on the back. And then I have my black tights and my platform shoes because that's the only way I can wear it.
Makes you, because she's too short to wear it otherwise.
Yeah, because it's meant for
and
a skirt.
You look so tall.
Yeah, my sister. I don't know why I chose this color. I didn't even like red at the time. Like red was not my favorite color till like a year after I made this. So I don't know why I made a red skirt, but now I'm really happy I did. My sister made a green one, and I stole hers too. So I have her green one, but it really needs to be ironed. So.
I'm gonna make a peanut butter sandwich and an apple. So it's a healthy-ish lunch, and it's a lunch I eat every day. On weekdays, at least. I ate one yesterday, too. I ate the same thing yesterday. So I'm kind of carried over my weekday lunch into weekends, just because before I was having like frozen burritos a lot for lunch, and I've decided to forgo that. We didn't even buy frozen burritos at the store, which was, I feel like, a big win on my part, because I was very tempted to, because I love them. They're very good, even though they're awful. They're terrible, but they're very good. They're addictive. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat I eat natural peanut butter, and I don't like regular peanut butter nearly as much as I like natural peanut butter, and I like whole wheat bread and stuff like that. So, and the bread I eat has like double protein in it and stuff, so I like it. And I'm gonna eat that, and then I might take a little bit of a nap because I didn't sleep very much last night, and I felt very tired today. I had to get up and teach again the kids that we teach for Sunday school, because Giselle we were gonna alternate, but obviously she can't. She did help talk a little bit, but every time she started to talk, she would cough a lot. So obviously she couldn't do a whole little teaching segment. But I'm gonna go make lunch now. So many hours later.
I'm Steve Jobs.
Good job.
This is how I feel every time I wear this or any black turtleneck.
I like the turtleneck. It's fun. It looks good on you. You look like an artiste.
I was
wearing
it last night, and I was washing dishes, and every time I'd look up, there's like a mirror. I mean, not a mirror, but there's a window that's very reflective right in front of your face when you wash the dishes. So every time I'd look up, I would just see myself, and I'm like, oh. And every time I look up, I'm just like, it's Steve.
Steve Jobs.
Stop it. So, anyway.
So our church, we have like this thing where they'll pair up some people to go and talk to families once a month. So you're given a companion to go out, and you're given an assignment of a few families within the congregation, and so there's 4 families that me and my companion have. We're assigned to these 4 families to just go every month, once a month, and just talk to them for a little bit, see how they're doing, see if they need any help with anything. Something that our church just does. That is to help just see where everyone is, to make sure everyone's doing well, and see if they need any help with anything.
Yeah, more personal help rather than just knowing that you have to go talk to somebody. Instead of having somebody come talk to you and it being more personal.
Yeah, just give people the opportunity to have people to talk to, and
then you just share a small spiritual message with them.
Yeah, so I went and did that today with a couple families. Well, one of them wasn't. It was just a couple, this young married couple that we actually met a couple weekends ago, weekends ago when we went to that little get together. It was one of them. I didn't realize it was them when I went over there, but it was them, and they made cookies. These really good chocolate chip cookies. I already had 2 at the actual house, and they gave me and the other guy that went there with me to talk to them and see how they were doing. They gave us both some cookies, and then the other family, we had them over. The Fosters, we had them over for dinner.
A month ago.
A month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
they
were concerned that I was sick at church today, and that we actually even left a little bit early, and so they gave Chris all this stuff to give to me. They gave me these vitamin C packets to stick in my water to help with my sore throat.
It's got a lot of vitamin C. Each packet has a lot of vitamin C in it.
Yeah, and I take vitamin C when I'm sick anyway, so that's good because I can have that, and then I can have my normal vitamin C. It's impossible to overdose on vitamin C. I think you have to have 27,000 milligrams to overdose or something. So it's pretty much impossible. So I just inhale vitamin C, and then they also gave me some cough drops.
The cough drops that they find to work really, really well.
Yeah.
And I did see this brand yesterday when we went to the store.
Ricola or whatever.
They're called Ricola. They said I just didn't know anything about them.
I've had them before, but I don't remember how well they worked. But
and then they also gave us
some cookies.
Because they make really good cookies. He makes really good cookies because he's
to Christopher and Giselle
hoping to have a cookie company at some point.
Oh my gosh, these are the best cookies ever. We've had them before. I don't think it was this exact recipe, but
no, I think he gave us a different recipe this time.
I mean,
but
it's still going to be awesome.
Ever. Oh my gosh. I can't remember exactly what he said. He said there was a little bit of lemon, a little bit of cinnamon, and I think there's chocolate chips maybe.
Yeah, there is definitely chocolate chips.
So they're vegan.
Hey, don't take it straight from my hand.
Sorry.
Monster.
They're vegan and gluten free and all that kind of stuff.
These are so good. I don't like cookies, you guys, and these are amazing.
I love cookies, and these are amazing.
I mean, I do like cookies, but it's not something I gravitate towards.
My cookie was just a half cookie because it fell apart a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I don't gravitate towards cookies. I'm not usually a dessert person. Like when I was growing up, and there'd be desserts at things afterwards, a lot of the time I would just be like, I'm not in the mood. These are the best cookies I've had.
yeah.
I might like the ones that they made last time more, but these are still like bloody fantastic.
They're really good.
Oh, they're so good. Oh my gosh, these. I don't know, there's definitely some coconut in there too.
Yeah.
For sure, coconut. Oh my gosh, that was really good. We wish we could give you guys some sort of recipe, but we don't have it, so.
Yeah,
We're
we'll let
sad
you know
ourselves.
if he ever decides to he's gonna brand them, try to sell them, and make a company out of them. We'll let you know what that company is, and you can go buy them yourselves because they're really good.
Yeah, and in case you guys are like, oh, Giselle, don't eat cookies, you're sick. They're vegan, so they're healthy.
They're healthy cookies.
They're very healthy cookies.
Healthy cookies. And since Giselle's sick, I'm gonna go make us some dinner
I
real
don't know
quick.
if these ones are whole wheat, but the other ones he gave us were like whole wheat with like 8 different kinds of like grains.
Yeah, you said these were 7 grain cookies.
7 grain cookies. So like,
so
they're pretty healthy.
yeah.
I mean, maybe not the best thing ever for you to be eating when you're sick with like the chocolate, but like, who cares?
Yeah. I'm gonna go make some dinner and see how that goes. So this is dinner. It's just something that I literally just threw together out of my own mind. I was thinking of like tikka masala stuff, but without the cream. So I cut up some chicken thighs. I got rid of the skin and the bone. This is just stuff that we had in the freezer. If I'd like had planned this out ahead of time, I would have just bought stuff that was boneless and skinless. So I took off the skin and the bone and just cut it up in tiny little pieces. Put in a little bit of tomato sauce. It's actually not that much. It was mostly just a layer to cover up the bottom of the pan. Then I threw in a bunch of random seasonings, which are cayenne pepper, just a little bit of cayenne pepper, not nearly as much as I put in yesterday and the other thing. There's very little cayenne pepper. A little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of chili powder, some cumin, and some ginger.
It smells really good.
What?
It smells really good.
Yeah?
Oh.
Okay, so that's that, and then I have some squash and zucchini in here as well. Just kind of sauteing in butter with a little bit of salt, and hopefully that tastes good as well.
I'm sure it will. I'm excited to eat it.
This is me experimenting.
I may put some cream on my stuff, just a little bit, depending. But when Chris was telling me that what he was doing, he's like, I'm just making it up, blah, blah, blah. I just felt so proud of him because, I mean, not to brag, but he learned this from me, and like it's something that I was like, would you have ever done this?
My
like,
dad does this too.
Yeah.
But I never like experimented with it with myself, like just throwing stuff together.
I've been like making Chris get out of his comfort zone with stuff, where I'll be like, oh, just toss this and this and this in there, and he's like, what? And, he's like, what recipe is that? You don't need a recipe, just do it, and like. So I've helped push him outside of his comfort zone a little bit. And I'm so proud that he like completely did this on his own and was just like, oh, I'm just doing this and this. And he's just been doing that so much lately. And it's just like, oh, I'm just going to throw these things together. And then it's always delicious. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you not just saying that?
It's a little bit spicy.
It's hot. It's a tiny bit spicy. It's also very hot. I hope I didn't just burn my mouth, but it was good.
It has a bunch of flavor packed into it. And considering that I ate this sauce yesterday, just straight on pasta.
Yeah, the straight pasta sauce that I used.
I just put it on like penne, and I didn't like it. The fact that it tastes good in this, it's a good sign. Also, I already had some of the zucchini and squash too, and it's also delicious.
Yeah, it's good. I think maybe a little bit less of the spices would have been good. I just wasn't sure how much to put in, so.
I think it's just because you're used to cooking with tomato sauce, which doesn't have any spices in it.
Yeah.
And then you're cooking with pasta sauce, which already does.
That's true.
So I think that's probably why you overguessed it.
Maybe if I just use regular tomato sauce instead of actual like pasta sauce, but yeah, it's good. I like it. I'm glad I gave it a shot. It was just a little thing. It was just something to make chicken a little bit more interesting than just being straight chicken, because I don't really like straight chicken that much. So anything to make chicken more interesting is good with me. So I'll put the ingredients that I used down below if you want to try it and see how it ended up. Maybe I'll try this again but in a slightly different way. I'll use tomato sauce and maybe play around with the actual spices and maybe just try some different things with it. But I like that I'm glad that I used the thigh meat too, because I like thigh meat and it tastes good with this. I think that's pretty much it for today though. The rest of my night's going to be just spent doing stuff in my office. As usual, probably reading and whatnot. And Giselle's going to keep being sick. She has to work tomorrow, so early. So I'm not going to work tomorrow. But she has to work early tomorrow. But I'm going to try to get up with her, and I'll probably go to the gym. Oh, I need to go to the gym before she goes to work, because I have to take the car.
I'll force Chris to go early.
So I'll get up early and go to the gym. That's good.
And I DNF'd a sucky book today.
DNF in those sucky books. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.